Hi, I'm Greg Moore, the Executive Director of A.R.M.I. Man, I appreciate you guys taking the time to check out A.R.M.I, check out the benefits. I want to introduce the founder of Andrew Wommack Ministries and A.R.M.I, Andrew Wommack. And Andrew, just share with us, if you would, just your vision for A.R.M.I and how God put that on your heart.
Well, Greg, thank you. And we've been having ministers conferences for 40 years. You've been a part of that. And I've always had a heart.
Since 1994, we've been gone to everywhere.
I remember when you and Janice first came, you guys were in a bad spot.
We were.
$9 million lawsuit. And I never will forget how you got ministered to. And I've always had a desire to minister to ministers because being one, I went through a lot of tough times, as you did. And I just wish somebody would have been there for me. So I've had a desire to minister to ministers, and especially now that our ministry has grown and we've got assets and things that I didn't have access to. You and I didn't have this.
No, we didn't.
When we got started. And so it was just a desire to minister to ministers. And I didn't know how to do it. And so Barry Burns, I was talking to him, and he had run ICF-CM, and he was telling me some things. And so he helped us get started, and he took us to a level and did a great job. And you came on, and man, since then we have at least doubled, nearly tripled. And I think a lot of it's because you got a heart for ministers too.
I do. Jim, my wife and I have been in ministry for, over 40 years, and we pastored for 27 years. And when this opportunity came available, when Dr. Burns couldn't continue full time, my wife told me this really fits you. And then I said, well, I'm not going to tell Andrew. And then you mentioned, you said, well, I'd like somebody like you, Greg, and that because we love ministers, and we've been ministers all of our lives.
You are a pastor to pastors.
I am.
You are.
Yeah, and so, that's the beauty of A.R.M.I is we're building a relational community of ministers that are supporting one another and encouraging one another. It's a ground level type of ministry where you're going to get encouragement and support, contact from people that have been in ministry. Ministers go through things that we can't always talk to our congregations about. So you need a safe place to go. And A.R.M.I is that safe place. Plus, there's so many, as you mentioned, so many benefits to A.R.M.I. We get
and let me just tell the people that you came to work for us, and you helped in World Outreach, which is our Bible colleges outside of Colorado, and then you moved into the director of the Bible College, which I thought was a huge step and a big opportunity to minister to lots of people. And when this A.R.M.I came available, that actually was where your heart was, and you were willing to give that up to come over here just because you have a heart for ministers. So just like Janice said, this is your sweet spot, and the people watching this should know that, man, we really do care about you, and that the purpose of A.R.M.I and of this website is literally just to help you any way we can.
And this is we got a brand new website. And just encourage you to check out the benefits of A.R.M.I. If you as a member of A.R.M.I, you become a part of Andrew's this big army of ministers that are ministering with him, and we're mobilizing people around the word and the direction that God gives Andrew. Plus, you get Andrew's daily live Bible commentary. Man, that by itself is worth the price.
I think that's the best thing that I've ever done. In the long term, it's going to last.
I use that to study by.
I do too.
And it's phenomenal.
People think that's terrible that you study your own stuff. I think if I don't like it, why should anybody else like it? I think it's awesome.
Then we also get 4 Charis Bible College courses per year. And man, you can preach sermons from that. You can, some of those are mine, my courses. And you get Andrew's courses, you get Carrie Pickett's courses, Barry Bennett's, Wendell Parr, all of our instructors. And then you get, your name gets placed on a list where when people call, and there's 60,000 plus callers to your ministry, Andrew, And people
That's per month.
per month, and people want to know where to go to find, where's a church that I can attend that believes this message and teaches like this, and your name gets placed on a list, and people they'll drive an hour and a half.
I
to come
just
to your
had
church.
I just had someone contact me today about, do you have anybody in Downers Grove, Illinois?
Yeah.
We're looking for a good church, and so this happens all the time.
Yeah, and then you have opportunity to be selected to be part of the continuing education for ministers program, where essentially you can graduate from Charis Bible College and still pastor your church or be in your ministry, and you have to have been in ministry for 2 years and have gone on a mission trip and so on. But Andrew scholarships you to do that, and it's just it is phenomenal. The benefits that you get are just I wish I would have had these when I pastored.
Would have helped.
And I just want to encourage you to check these benefits out. Plus, you get to connect with local ministers in your area, like-minded ministers. We have local coffee fellowships, regional events. You can be part of the ministers conference event that we have here every year annually. And it just, we can do more together than we can individually and on our own.
And I tell you, encouragement is something that is hard for ministers to come by, and yet this is what this Army is all about. So the website will give you a lot of the details if you'll check it out, and we would just love for you to be a part of this and receive all of these benefits. We're here to help each other and to get the gospel out.
Amen.
See Jesus glorified.
Amen. Thanks so much for being a part. Thanks for checking this out. Check out the website, and man, look forward to seeing you at one of our Army events and for receiving you as an Army member.
Amen.